Today, our yoga practice is a very gentle class. The poses are not extremely intense. You don't necessarily need props unless you know that you tend to like certain props like a block, blankets, bolster, things like that. Nothing's required though. And our class today is a gentle yoga with additional breathing and meditation time. So all throughout, we're going to add in various exercises, various postures. And our theme for today is helping to clean and clear our energy out. There might be a lot of stress, a lot of panic, a lot of triggers going on for us right now. And so in our practice today, our hope is that we can be with those experiences, not ignoring them. We're bringing them up to the present, not pushing them down. And with that presence through these experiences, we're going to do various energetic techniques such as tapping and breathing, stretching. Eventually we'll end with the next meditation. I'll guide you into a Shavasana. With all our goal of energy, help us to be more relaxed, more calm, more present, facing whatever is coming up for us with equanimity rather than fear and panic. I'm going to simply talk through what we're going to start with as we're laying down today. So this is a tapping technique, as well as an energetic clearing. The idea is that our fingertips have electricity traveling in them just from our simple nervous system. And as we let the electricity, let the energy of our hands travel down in certain ways, it's able to clear out our energetic field. And so as we're doing this, the first thing we start off with is taking our right hand up to the left shoulder. You push down enough that you gently feel the compression. It's like a gentle massage, and then drag that hand all the way across the body down to the right hip. Left hand goes up to right shoulder, drags down to the left hip. So it's essentially tracing a figure X on the body. We'll do that shape of X 5 times with each hand. The second part is we take our loose hands, we come up and tap right above the eyebrows. Depending on how fast you're tapping, maybe it's 10, 20 taps or so. And then we'll tap right under the eyes on that jawbone. And then the next spot will be the collarbones. You don't want it to be where they join together at that notch. You also don't want it to be super far. It's closer to the base, but nice loose fingers so you can get lots of surface area, making sure to get that correct acupressure point. And so that's the next spot. Then after that, we tap into the sternum. And then the last one is tapping into the side ribs. If you're a girl, it's pretty much right at that base of the bra line. For guys, it's right about the middle of the rib cage area. And so we're going to do some tapping through various points of our yoga practice today. So I wanted to make sure to introduce that to you here while I'm close and clear. And so from here, let's make our way all the way down back onto our mats. So as you're laying down, make sure your body is comfortable. Feel your body relaxing into the earth. And let's take 5 good deep breaths. Imagining that this is already introducing freshness and clearing out any of that stagnant, weird energy. Let's take 5 huge breaths, nice and slow. Huge inhale, the deepest you can go. Long, slow exhale. We're imagining we're pumping the lungs. So next inhale, even deeper. Exhale, even more. 3, even more. 4, try to fill up your lung capacity to 100%. And exhale all the way out. 1 more, deep and full. Return back to your normal natural breath. And let's take our tapping. So we begin with that figure X. Right hand goes up to the left shoulder. Gently press and drag all the way down to the right hip. Left hand. 4 more cycles. 3, 2, 1. Good. Taking your hands. We have loose fingers. Tap right above the eyebrows. Tap below the eyes onto the cheekbones. Tap into the sternum. I missed collarbones. Let's go back up there. Good. Into the side ribs. Pressing the hands back open to each side. That tapping helps to press acupressure points, helping to induce the relaxation response, clearing out different energy patterns in our body. So as we're here, after every cycle of tapping we do today, we're going to take a few extra breaths afterward just to feel the body and check in with yourselves. How is your energy doing right here, right now? Bringing both knees into the chest, place a hand on each knee, and the knees are taking a few nice circles. Let them circle left, let them circle right, gently activating that base of the spine, massaging out any extra energy that's not helpful in that area. Arms start to open out to left and right. The knees begin to settle all the way into a beautiful twist to the left. Let the legs melt farther down to a comfortable place. Right shoulder stays grounded. Gaze over the right side, imagining we're winding out any weird energy in that area. As hips begin to return to the earth, let the knees rise back up. Do a few extra hip circles here. Arms open back up, knees fall over to the right. Feel yourself clearing weird energy that might be present at this spot. And as knees come back up, place the hand on each knee. Do a few extra hip circles to both directions. Let the left foot rest down. The right leg stretches clear up to the sky. Here we kindly give the whole leg, that back side of the leg, a chance to stretch out any weird things going on there. So we straighten the knee. The hands are wherever we can comfortably reach. And from that spot, we gently tug the leg inward toward our body. Always check back in. Can the leg get any straighter? And can the leg come any closer? Now rest right ankle down onto left thigh. Hands hug around the thigh or around the shin, whatever you can reach. We're hugging it in, helping to open up the hip. As we release, the right foot plants down, left leg stretches clear up to the sky. Once again, work on straightening the leg. And from that straighter position, we can try to see if the leg is willing to travel closer inward to the body. Take your body with patience. Today is not a day to force the deepest stretch of your life. It's a day to be with the body, to relax, to be gentle with it. Imagine if we brought more gentleness to the rest of our day, to our everyday experience. Trying to look out for others just a little bit more, trying to be more thoughtful, more kind. This left ankle comes up onto the right thigh, hands hug around, and gently tug the leg inward. Take some time to breathe here. Deep, deep inhales, almost as deep as we did at the very beginning. Long, relaxed exhales. And with our gentle release, let's make our way up toward a seated place. If we'd like to roll like a ball a few times, you can do that directly up and down, or even just roll through the side and press your way up. Either way is absolutely fine to make our way up toward a seated place. And from here in seated, we bring the bottoms of the feet together, but we let the feet be quite a bit further in front of us. This gives our hips and our spine a little bit more space to move around. And that's exactly this first thing that we'll do from a seated position. We'll place one hand at each knee, posture starts off tall. Take a few deep breaths to be with the spine upright here. So huge inhales, 100% trying to get there. Deep exhales. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. From here, we're going to trace a circle with our torso. We're going to let ourselves go clockwise first and then counterclockwise. So we start off with our inhale. We bring our shoulders over toward the left knee. Continue to arch the spine forward, over to the right knee. Once you get past the upright position, exhale, circle the spine backwards. We're going for 9, nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale, press backwards round. 8. 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment upright, a huge inhale, a huge exhale, and reverse it. Going counterclockwise. So over to the right leg, inhale, round back, exhale. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Spine back upright, as straight and tall as you can make it. Take a huge inhale, a huge exhale. Right hand goes up to left shoulder, trace the figure X, dragging it all the way down to the right hip. Left hand up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Resting the hands on the knees. Take a huge breath in, a huge breath out. Tapping above the eyes. On the cheeks. Collarbones. Sternum. Side ribs. Hands back down to the knees, huge inhale, huge exhale. Take a moment to be with the body and feel once again how your body is responding, how it feels after that gentle tap. Allow your spine to lengthen up, and then rest your spine over toward the direction of the feet. For some of us, just working the spine up and over in that direction is plenty of a stretch for the back and the hips. There might be a few of us that need a little bit more. So if that's you, one option you have is to begin threading your arms under the knees. So by this point, the right elbow is under that right knee area and the left. As you relax here, check in with your body again. If it still wants more, the feet are welcome to separate by a few inches. Wherever you end up at this point, breathe and relax. Unwinding the arms if you brought them under. Reach the fingers as far forward as you can with all the fingertips on the ground. From here, Start to walk the hands over to the angle that the right knee is pointing at. We'd never want to lift up the left hip though, so don't go quite that far if that starts to happen. Walk your hands back through the center and over to the left angle. Travel back through the center. Taking 3 huge breaths. See how deep of a breath you can bring into your body and back out. 2. And 1. Walking the hands back up, we pick up the knees, allow the legs to open out to a wide angle, just about 80% of your maximum. We do want to be sitting upright with the hips at this point, so if you need to bend your knees to help loosen up the hip area in the back, that's great. Straightening it out helps stretch a little bit deeper through the legs. So from here, the right hand goes to the inside of the right leg, stack the shoulders, and left arm circles up and over toward the toes. You may not touch the toes, that's okay. You don't want to round the shoulders down to try to reach it. So up and over, seeing how far you can go from that direction. Freeing out the right hand. This left hand tries to reach for the outside of the right foot or ankle, calf, whatever you can reach. And we try to square that left shoulder down a bit further, making the shoulders square to the ground. Release, rise up. Second side, left arm to the inside of left leg, stack the shoulders, and the right arm reaches up and over. This is another place where we don't want to allow the right hip to lift. So you're not forcing your body so far over that your whole pelvis has to tilt. One more breath. And then free out the left arm. Right hand reaches to outside of left foot, ankle, calf, whatever you can reach. Try to square that right shoulder more down. And as you release, return back up. Pick up our legs. We'll swing the legs underneath us, coming upright to a seated place. We allow the feet and the knees to be inward and, the feet inward, the knees outward. This gives us a little bit of space to stretch out our wrists, which is exactly what we'll do here. We're going to take our hands, place the back of the hand down onto the ground with the fingers pointed toward you. So as you're stretching here, walk your hands forward until you get to the point where your spine can still be tall. And by the way, if this sitting back on your feet is too much, grab a bolster, grab a block, and you're welcome to sit on that instead. And so as we're stretching the wrist in this direction, we're going to take 5 cycles of lion's breath. We inhale, the head goes down. Exhale, lift the head up, stick the tongue out. Do it good. 4 more, do it the deepest you can. 3. 2. 1. Good. Rising up your wrists, gently pick them up. Open and close the hands a few times. Start to roll the wrists out. Even shake them out if that feels okay. Good. Lion's breath is very powerful about gathering up weird energy in our body and then sending it right up and out, throwing it into the world, knowing that I don't have to be the one to hold this weirdness. So now we're going to stretch the other part of the wrist as we do this another round of 5 lion's breath. So with this, we this time have the palm face down. The fingers are still pointed toward the body. This gets the other half of the wrist. At this point, walk your hands as far forward as it feels good for your body to be in a good, comfortable stretch. When you're ready from here, 5 lion's breaths. So inhale down, exhale, stick the tongue out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Once again, gently pick up the wrist. Start with opening and closing the hands. Start to roll them. Maybe shake the wrists. Beautiful, beautiful efforts. Coming to a high kneeling position to give our legs and our feet a little break. We open up the arms, huge inhale. Exhale, right arm crosses over the body. Pull it into a stretch, the left arm around. If you'd like, head can even go to that left side. Stretching through the right shoulder just a bit forward. Huge inhale, arms travel back behind. Exhale, left arm goes across the body, right arm hooks around. Maybe head over to the right. Huge inhale. Good. Exhale. Come all the way down onto hands and knees. And take a few cat-cow motions with our spine. Exhale. Exhale, round the spine all the way up, gazing down. Inhale, belly down, gaze up. Take a few of those cycles. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Traveling down onto our bellies. We plant the elbows right underneath our shoulders, taking a Sphinx pose. The hands are in front of us. They drag toward the body without actually moving. Instead, that introduces the heart forward and through. Nice, beautiful arch to the spine. Left hand begins to swivel and to prop us up so that we can take the quadricep stretch on the right side. Right hand grabs right toes. If you can't quite grab it, perhaps grab a towel, a strap, a belt, so whatever you have handy. Try to loop it around it. Gently tug it into a little stretch. As we release, we switch out the arms. Right comes underneath us. Left hand grabs left foot. Drag the toes inward. until you feel the quadricep stretching. That's the part of the thigh that's touching the ground right there. And with our gentle release, we find ourselves traveling backwards into a nice child pose position. The hips go heavy backwards, the arms stretch forward, spine getting that long stretch. Lock the hands into rise. And from here, we take a toe stretch. We try to tuck the toes, all 10 of them, down, and we try to sit back onto this. If this is a little bit too much, you can always rise up for a little break or tilt forward just a little bit. So sitting back onto the feet, we feel our arch of the foot stretching, that fascia that's on the bottom of the foot. As long as the hands are free, let's do another round of the tapping. So we start off with the X's, right hand to left shoulder, drag it down. Left hand. Here's 4. 3. 2. 1. From here, bring your fingers, tap above the eyebrows. Cheeks. Collarbones. Sternum. Side ribs. Travel forward onto hands and knees. Let the feet roll out for a moment and find stillness in the rest of the body. So you can do another check-in. How are you emotionally and energetically feeling at this moment? We'll go into a calf stretch. The right toes tuck at the back of the mat. And we press backwards until we feel that right calf stretching. Sometimes I have to press so far back that I lift up this left knee just a little bit above the ground. So right calf stretching. Drop down, right knee down, tuck the left toes at the back. And press back until you feel the left calf stretching. Good, drop down. From here, we take a downward facing dog. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips, getting both legs to stretch at the same time. This is more about the hips traveling high rather than the legs necessarily needing to be straight. So get the hips to the highest spot with the knees bent. And then we start working the legs straight, but the moment our spine starts to round instead of lengthening up, that's where we stop. From here, begin to walk the feet all the way forward until you're in a nice forward fold. Hold here for a few breaths. With a huge inhale, we swing the arms to the sides, stretch up, take a moment to arch the spine backwards. And bring the hands down to the heart. Take a few good breaths. Huge, huge inhales. Exhale. Good. Next inhale, we circle the arms clear to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine of the hands, slide up the legs. Exhale, when fingers make their way back downward, we allow the right foot to step all the way toward the back of the mat in a good lunge. The right knee drops down, and we sink the hips forward. As long as your balance is there, bring the hands to the thighs. And imagine you're creating a straight line from kneecap down to kneecap, getting that deep, deep stretch through the whole body. Good. Bring the hips over this back knee. The front leg goes straight. And we allow ourselves that really good hamstring stretch as we try to bring our hands back down to the ground without letting the knee bend. Planting this left foot again, that left knee bends. Right hand is on the ground. Lift up the back knee back up to the sky. Left hand reaches up. And if you'd like to, even turn the left foot out to the side, stretching and expanding even further. Imagining you can loosen your body and your spine up so much with this expansion upward, even past 180 degrees. Good. When this hand comes back down, step that back foot right up next to the front foot. Take a moment with this forward fold. Huge inhale, circle all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Let's take the second side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, when hands make their way down, left foot lunges all the way to the back. Drop that left knee down. We either stay with hands on the ground or we bring hands back up to the thigh, hips sinking forward. Going to the hamstring stretch, the leg goes straight, and we try to plant our hands down. Bending the knee again, plant the left hand down, lift up the left knee, right hand reaches up to the sky, turn the toes out to the side so you can really open it. When the hand comes down, step the back foot forward. Take another moment with the forward fold. Inhale, circle up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the heart. right and left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tapping above the eyes. Tapping on the cheeks. Collarbones. Sternum. Ribs. And if you're still standing, make your way down to a seated position. Checking in with your body once again. How am I doing? How am I feeling? We'll take our body into a few final stretches, and then we'll take that meditation I promised you. So taking the right shin on top of the left shin. If this isn't working with the hip, drop it down to cross-legged position instead. And from here, fingertips work their way down to the ground. Walk the hands forward, a nice forward fold stretch. Rising back up, switch sides. Left shin is trying to go on top. And relax our way forward. Rising back up, bring both legs forward. Take a huge inhale up to the sky, exhale, forward fold toward your feet. Allow an inhale to help lengthen that low back. And exhale, relax even deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Stay for this spot. Good, rising all the way up. We take a final twist, laying all the way down onto our backs. Once you're down on the ground, bring that right knee in. Twist that right knee all the way over to the left. And this side down, release the leg, left knee in, twist it all the way over to the right. Relaxing the spine all the way back down onto the ground. Here we take 5 of those huge breaths that we've started with today. So huge, huge, huge inhale. Exhale all the way out. Inhale 100%. Exhale. 3 more. 2. 1. Letting the whole body relax. We take one last round of that tapping. Right hand up to left shoulder, drag it down. Left hand up, drag it down. 4. 3. 2. 1. Loose hands up, tapping on the forehead. Cheekbones. Collarbones. Sternum. Side ribs. And then as the arms rest back open at your sides, I'd like you to keep the eyes closed. This is our Shavasana position. Take this moment to check in with your body. Allowing huge inhales and exhales to happen for us. How is the state of the mind? How are the emotions? The physical body? Are we feeling any lighter now than we did at the beginning? In this meditation, I'm going to guide us through right here. We are going to clear off any extra energy that may be present at all for us, helping to leave us the most relaxed, the most calm, the most present we've been in quite some time. So, as you're sitting here, breathing, laying on your back, begin to imagine the nervous system, imagining it like a golden cord, a golden rope, traveling all the way from the head, all the way down the entire back, golden cord, stretching this entire expanse. And when it gets all the way down to the base of the spine, to the sacrum, it travels all the way down, penetrating directly into the earth, creating a beautiful golden root system. And visualize how deep you can make your roots go. These are energetic roots, so they can go much deeper and through different materials than normal roots may be able to. Perhaps you can imagine that golden cord getting all the way down into the center of the earth. If you can imagine that, maybe you imagine the center of the earth like a beautiful crystalline core. So wrap your golden threads all the way around that crystalline center of the earth. And then feel a power of the earth traveling up your golden cord, up all the root system, eventually coming all the way up into the base of your spine. And feel what it's like to let that energy travel all the way up the entire spine. And at the same time, imagine rays of the sun showering on beautiful, clearing, crystal clear, pure energy onto the external part of your body. We've got the earth feeding us from the inside out and the sun feeding us from the outside in. And imagine how your body responds to this. And now, to give us one last chance to clear out any negative energy, imagine a rose forming directly in front of you. And this rose has the ability to vacuum out any of that weird energy that you don't need in your system. So imagine letting this rose pass all the way over your body, vacuuming up any energy that's not helpful. Maybe you visualize that unhelpful energy like a blackness, and it's vacuuming up the blackness, taking it into itself. Take a few more sweeps over the body with the rose before the rose fills all the way entirely up. And now you have a full rose. It's full of unhelpful energy. And so what do we do with it? Let's imagine taking a slingshot, pulling the rose back, and shooting that rose all the way up into the sky. It continues to travel miles and miles and miles upward. And as it reaches very high up to the sky, it explodes in a beautiful firework fashion. The sky knows what to do with your energy, even when you don't. So now returning back to your body, feel how clean, how pure your energy field is at this moment. And so with this feeling to lead us into our Shavasana, let's have a few moments of silence here. As we enjoy our Shavasana, this restful time, just letting the inhales and the exhales flow deeply in and out. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Introducing little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Starting to stretch the body out like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Eventually rolling over to a nice fetal position on one side. Stack one hip on top of the other. Enjoy 2 or 3 more good deep breaths until you're ready to rise to a comfortable seated position. And as we're up, let's join our hands together in front of the heart. Checking in with our energetic body. How do we feel at this moment? Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for clearing this energy with me, for breathing deeply with me, for being present with me. With this clear energy to help lead us onward into our marvelous day, let's allow ourselves to wrap up this class together with a sound of Om. Inhaling now. Om. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.